part of the Harvard-Westlake family or like Harvard-Westlake's mission and have come out strongly in support of this plan. There are other people who have come out and said, well, we don't necessarily love the plan, but it's a heck of a lot better than the 400 apartment buildings that were going to be built there. And so we're glad that something else other than housing is going in there. And then a lot of other people have said, we have a lot of concerns about the plan. We have concerns about how it's going to affect parking, how it's going to affect traffic, how it's going to affect available green space, whether or not there's going to be community benefits and accessibility and so forth. And so just to make this kind of brief, I'm going to be sending a letter to Harvard-Westlake next week, sort of outlining some of the community's biggest concerns and asking that they address each of those concerns, and specifically asking for a full environmental impact review and analysis, which they were not planning to do, but I think they should do a full EIR for that kind of project. I'm going to ask them for more green space that's more accessible to the public, for help with maintenance of the LA River, the Zavier-Slavsky walkway there, reduction in the size of the gym, and some other things like that to try to reduce some of the impacts and traffic and parking as well, but also to make it a resource for the community that the community might be able to benefit from. And then the last thing on land use is, you all know, I think you know, I know your land use committee must know, that the Southeast Valley Community Plan update is ongoing. I can't stress in strong enough terms how important it is for all of you to get deeply engaged into that process, because this updated community plan is going to guide what happens in development in this area for the next decade. And this is the chance to really make your vision as clear as you can to the planning department to ensure that terrible mistakes are not made, so that projects all of a sudden become by right in certain areas, because there's been an update to the community plan that 2 years from now we're going to scratch our heads and say, how did anybody let that happen? So it's vitally important that everybody in the public and the neighborhood council dig in deep in this. I'll just give you one example. In the proposal that they rolled out, that planning rolled out to the public, they had, for the island community, they recommended that essentially the entire single family community of the island community be converted into triplexes. So, if you're a planning wonk, I guess you could make the argument for, oh well, we need more housing and that's the way to do it. But if you care about the sanctity of neighborhoods, it was a horrendous idea. So I've already told them, under no circumstances is anything like that ever going to see the light of day. But it's those are the sorts of things that if we're not attentive to and we don't speak up about, those are the sorts of things that can slip through, and then we'll be having to clean up the mess later. So anyway, I think I've covered more than enough.